Hi, thank you for joining us for another episode of Project Management for Small Business. I'm your host, Anthony Pavelich. I'm excited today to have two guests with me, Josh and Philip. They are both young entrepreneurs that started a business fixing cell phones through their local college and then expanded across the country. Josh is a computer science and business management major from Chicago. He's made dozens of websites from a young age for different small businesses, and he also loves basketball. Philip is a finance and business major from Connecticut. He started a textbook buyback service in high school with hundreds of textbooks being sold. And he also loves sailing and any other water sports. They both have been entrepreneurial from a young age. They've got some great advice about how to pivot and how they treat their contracted employees. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, thanks for joining me, Philip and Josh. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you doing, Anthony?
We're doing good.
Doing well as well.
Good. So go ahead and give me a little bit of background about the business and how you started it. I know it's spread across a couple of different campuses now.
Sure,
So,
I'd probably
yeah.
take the first part of the Josh and jump in here. So we basically became roommates at Tulane our freshman year, and Josh and I, like to be entrepreneurial in high school and our smaller little endeavors, and kind of looking for something to do. And I had a friend who knew how to fix some iPhones, and he was telling me about what he was doing, and so I looked into it and then talked to Josh about it. And long story short, started fixing iPhones in our dorm room. And then bang, Josh has some very fair coding abilities and made a quick website, and we started accepting, appointments, and we realized that there was a heavy demand for it. And so, long story short, try to refine the website, and Josh can kind of jump in here and talk about what happened on his side.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty loud. Sorry about that. So I think it started really organically and rudimentary. We're literally just doing repairs out of our dorm room on Phil's desk, and ordering our parts from just sort of a general supplier, and we were just kind of just doing it as a hustle. And then I think we both started to realize that there was a lot of demand for the services and that the margins were pretty good. And so we said, you know what, why don't we try to jump in and do this thing? And so around early April, we started looking into, I guess it was a little bit earlier than that, over winter break, we started looking into incorporating as a business and, meeting with some of the graduates.
Oh, you're talking about our freshman year, Josh, right?
Yeah, freshman year.
Freshman year. Yeah.
Over winter break, just kind of on the phone. I'm from Chicago and Phil in Connecticut. And so we were just like, let's use Tulane's resources to try to figure this out. And around the same time, I really began to get deep in the computer science world. And I attempted to build a website over winter break. It was really bad. And then I just kept on working and revising it until what we have now. We actually did another update in the beginning of the year, and we're going to do one more for next year. But we just sort of just keep pushing, keep testing and revising and refining, and that's sort of our story. It's just
that's how it really started. And then it's always starting. That's how we're so excited about what we're trying to do. And come to our sophomore year in late August, early September, we started really advertising, pushed flyers underneath every dorm rooms, even though the school might have not liked us or annoying, advertising tactics. It sure brought, awareness of what we did, and then had some online ads, and bam. So what happens is you meet us at a centralized location on campus. One of our technicians picks up the phone and fixes it in under 45 minutes or so, and then returns it right back to you. And we're about 30% cheaper than Apple. We have high quality parts, and we guarantee the quality of our screens. And then come late September, early October, we hired our first technician. He makes about two and a half times minimum wage, for about 45 minutes of work, and can set their own schedules. And then hired a, what we call, chief marketing officer who helped us with some social media. And then Josh and I, over Christmas break and the Thanksgiving break, that time frame was, planning about, all right, how do we change this model? How do we make it applicable to make a platform for this out at many schools?
I think even before that, there was the thought that, Phil and I, we really enjoy business. It's, it's our love, it's our passion, and this business is our passion project. And we wanted to sort of give this opportunity to other college students. And so, rather than, sort of just give the steps online and share our story, we thought, we could expand this and really, get kids across the country, getting them, scheduling repairs and making money. And so that was sort of the inspiration. And then we sort of, we just kind of dived in after that. What is the most efficient way that we can give this to other people? That, the original idea was sort of presenting a business in a box almost. And so that was our idea. And
absolutely, Josh. And adding on to that, we definitely could not have done it without the Tulane community. We're very lucky to be involved in the business school and Josh in the computer science school. And we basically reached out to, I think, 7 or 8 teachers and had individual meetings for an hour or two with each of them. And they were incredibly helpful, like pointing out, here's what you have to do with taxes. Here's what you have to do with
legal,
payroll. Here's what you have to do with the legal laws. Here's what, explaining to us about the inside scoop on the inside contractors, getting, the expansion operations, like supply chain management, etc.
They give us a lot of resources as well, like rooms to work in. I mean, we'll be in the business school from, when we finish class at 3 o'clock to 3 a.m., and they let us be there and they let us leave our stuff. And so, they've been a huge, huge help, especially, the LePage Center for Entrepreneurship at Tulane, run by Mr. Rob Lauka, who's a really impressive guy. He's got a great resume, and everyone at the school has been, so supportive. Aside maybe the, original housing letter we got about putting the flyers under everybody's door. That was a bit of an overstep, but that's, you got to try it. You got to try it.
You got to try everything. Anything to get your name out there.
Yeah. And then early February, created a website that was basically a platform for, multiple schools, and then launched it. And, there was University of Michigan, Tulane, Loyola of New Orleans,
Xavier in New Orleans,
Xavier of New Orleans, and
Gettysburg, High Point,
Gettysburg College, and High Point University. And then we ended up adding, 2 or 3 more schools, or 4 more schools as the semester, ended out. And we're this summer, we're refining our model and see what we can do next semester.
Absolutely.
How did you expand then? How did you get all the people? Are you offering like franchises, or are you actually still managing all the people at those schools?
So no, not a franchise. Our contractors work as third-party independent contractors. So we felt like that was a pretty fair contract. It saves us a lot of regulatory fees as well. We're both allowed to leave at any time if the agreement's not working out. And so basically, someone signs up online, they reach out to us, fill out a short form on our website, and from there they send us a security deposit. So we send them everything they need for marketing materials, inventory, tools, and we also have a proprietary training platform that they gain access to on the back end of our website. So we have kind of a multi-sided web platform. There's the customer side where customers can go online, schedule appointments, pay for services, and provide feedback. And on the back end, our technicians can get trained and certified, look at their branch performance, and also there's a support panel. So if they have any issues or anything like that, it's sort of all displayed there. So that's something that we're going to really look into come next fall, is expanding on that and really building a community for our technicians where they can sort of be self-sufficient.
Yeah, we were also adding on to that. So they put on a small deposit that's refundable upon their end. So they have the tools and the initial batch of screens, and then we help with marketing, work with them on marketing. We also have a couple couple of brand ambassadors for school that help promote what we do and what we're trying to do. And so far it's been really receptive, and it doesn't matter like what your family background is. It's been really cool to see all types of people be able to learn, have some success, and but actually have a real well-paying part-time job in college.
Absolutely. I mean, we have kids that are on scholarship, student loans, and we also have kids who their parents have been they're fortunate enough to have their parents pay for school. So everyone is sort of interested because I think it's an interesting skill that you can pick up on, and you get paid really well, and it's a low time commitment. And plus, you can grow. There's something to that. I think especially at this age, you're putting a lot of work in for a return later on. So it's nice to see something in front of you sort of happen. And we get calls from our branch managers like, "Yeah, man, this is crazy. I've been marketing for 2 weeks, and now everybody knows me as the iPhone guy. It's pretty cool." Or something like that.
Last point on that, it's been really cool to see. I mean, at first, basically, Josh and I were just calling up all our friends of friends, putting this, our proposals in like, Greek life group chats or other social group chats or club group chats. And we had friends of friends and friends at first. And then initially, like, I was just getting a call from blah, 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 that knows, like, it's a chain of like 7 friends that don't even, I mean, the point is that it's people that I don't even know who they are now. And
Phil was unbelievable and integral in our expansion. I have to be honest. I mean, he was calling up every contact he knew. He was, 6 degrees of separation. He was there emailing whoever. And, Phil, you really made it happen. I was, deep working on the website and stuff. And he was like, you know what, you focus on that. I'll focus on this. And, respect, buddy. He really
we both couldn't have done it without us. And our most important lesson is the same person can't be working on the same spreadsheet. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? You can't be stepping on someone else's toes, which is why Josh and I enjoy working with each other, or at least I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to reiterate on that, I mean, we have a lot of faith in each other's abilities, and I know Phil is going to handle what he's going to do, and Phil knows if I say that I'm going to do something, it's going to get done, and we just allow trust. And again, we don't like to cross over.
How do you keep track of everything now? I mean, with all the expansions, with everything you have going on, how do you keep track of everything?
Oh my God!
So we have a couple of things. I mean, we work on Google Docs, cloud-based services. So I can work on a document. I can look at what Phil's been working on, and we also have a database connected to our payment processor and our inventory. So as soon as a screen leaves our technician and verified by the payment, and then it's applied to our database. So we can then send out reports to our people and everything. It makes everything easy. I mean, I think, at least for me being like the tech nerd I am, like we really want to make this company as technologically advanced and automated as possible.
Yeah, and then in a matter of a month, we went from being like, taking up a little space on, Google Drive to having a full AWS server that Josh somehow created. I still don't know, but he did a great job with it.
But that's why he does that, so you don't have to know how to do it.
Absolutely.
You're looking to see where you're going to go next. What do you want to do next? Where do you want to go next?
I think again, because we started. We didn't start as a tech company, but we're moving in that direction. It allows us to, our philosophy is sort of just like to test, analyze, and then re-implement. If something works, then we'll keep going, and if it doesn't work, we'll refine it. And so, because of the age we live in and our ability to make this company sort of technologically advanced, we're able to test really quickly and cheaply. I think that's probably like our biggest draw to technology is that it really lowers the barrier to entry, so that 2 college kids can start a national business. And so I think just moving in that direction, collecting more data so we can just be better managers and make our operators better operators, and also deliver services to the customer more efficiently. So in the future, I think we're just going to continue to automate our business processes. Phil's going to do what he does best, and market and network and make headway in that sort of world, and we'll just combine the two.
Absolutely.
Phil's almost as fast as a computer. I got to be honest. This guy works on incredible energy, and so he probably doesn't even need it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't have we more of a broad goal, which is to inspire this feeling of entrepreneurship, providing a premium service to customers nationwide if we can, because right now we're operating in multiple states. We're going to try to see how it goes, and just kind of learn ourselves and help out everyone else that we're working with learn. And so far, we've had nothing but positive feedback, almost literally entirely.
Seems like a very good platform. I mean, you're entrepreneurs yourself, but you're also allowing other entrepreneurs to fulfill either their wants for entrepreneurship or just even having a part-time job.
Again, I mean, back to when we were thinking about expanding this and if we should do it. And, Phil and I are fortunate enough to have our parents pay for our school. And, we understand that that's not the case for everybody. And so we really, we base our business on, in our minds, it's not that we have two customers, but we almost have two customer segments. We have the customers who receive our services, and then we also have the people who work for us. And it's really, really important for us to be fair to both. So we like to provide high quality repairs under a decent time frame. We also want to be great managers and provide our people with fair wages. And college is expensive, and it gets more and more expensive every day. And so that's a lot of inspiration for what we do. And
we have some fun. Definitely have some fun.
We have some fun doing it as well.
So now are your parents going to try to make you pay them back after all your success?
Oh, geez, I hope.
We don't want to tell them what you're making, right?
Every dollar we make, we reinvest. So it's all going back into the model, and we haven't paid ourselves. I mean, I think we paid ourselves $200 each in October or something around our birthday. And,
something like that.
Yeah.
And that was the first and last time we're going to do it for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
That's that's what happens for a lot of entrepreneurs. They put everything back in the beginning. You have to do that to be able to make what you want to make.
Win, lose, or draw, we never started this company to make a lot of money. We did this as a learning experience and just to kind of feed our love for business. And so that's really all. It's a passion project, more than anything else. Phil and I just love entrepreneurship and the startup culture. And so that's really why we do it, not for money.
Yeah, now it's turning into this platform that's it's live and operational in 9 schools with over 18 technicians and 35 plus brand ambassadors now. So we're just, we're not even in the first inning. We're just building the foundation.
Absolutely.
What inspired you? I mean, to do for this entrepreneurship, what inspired you? What, if there's something for both of you that inspired you to be an entrepreneur, to try to start a business, what would it be?
Phil, do you want to go first? I can also answer.
Yeah. When you're in college, it doesn't really matter where you go. You're going to see kids around you smoking, you're drinking. That's like a normal college activity that's accepted, socially. You see it all the time. But if that becomes your main, way you spend your time, it ends up being a lot of time wasted in the end. And in my, opinion, college is the time to experience multiple facets of life, whether it be trying to create something, start some type of charity, help, save the reef or learn how to play that, instrument even better than you previously could, or whatever it is. Just, keep your head up and try to create something or impact something positively where you're learning. Because college, I mean, it's like my mom says, half the learning is in the classroom. And that's kind of inspired me, this feeling of wanting to do something other than waste time in a sense.
Yeah. That's not to say that we don't enjoy ourselves from time to time, but, I think, to go back on that, I heard a quote from Warren Buffett. I'm going to totally botch it, but it's something along the lines of learning is like compound interest. You have to exercise that muscle and you'll keep getting more and more return over time. And so I think Phil and I just sort of looked at what was around us and we decided, why not start now? Why do we have to start after college? Why do we have to start our senior year? Why not start right now and begin? And like I said before, win, lose, or draw, this was a learning experience more than anything else. And so we just, we want to be in the business world. We want to be entrepreneurs. So this is sort of our first step in our careers and, beginning our life and things like that.
And with people with a lot of passion, this is somewhere that we were able to direct our passion, that other people on our platform are able to direct their passions for this, seeking of of knowledge, learning, and then you're developing different skills, usually earlier on in life than you'd see most people do, which is been pretty cool to watch as well. Which is what really pumped Josh and I up, or at least that seeing the growth of these people over this short period of time.
And we both come from both our families. Our parents are both pairs of entrepreneurs, and so it's just sort of in our blood. And we were really fortunate to have a great education growing up from both our parents. I can speak for myself only, but I was in my dad's office. He was teaching me things early on, and it ever since I've been a little kid, ever since I can remember, I've always been trying to start a business or make a buck or sell something. And so it's just who we are. And somehow we ended up being roommates, and we shared the same passion.
There's a podcast that I listened to, Entrepreneurs on Fire, but there was a book somebody wrote that someday is not a day of the week, a day in the week. So like you said, why wait?
Why wait? Exactly.
Why do someday when it's not really a day that you're going to ever come across?
Absolutely.
So if people want to find out more, where can they find you guys?
So we're on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're not on Snapchat, but you can also go to our website. It's oshoerepairs.com. On Instagram, Oshoe Repairs. Facebook, Oshoe Repairs. LinkedIn, Oshoe Repairs. Twitter, Oshoe Repairs. So, and if there's any, we said this early on, and in our first sort of, I guess, interview or whatever. If you're a young entrepreneur, if you're any entrepreneur, and you have any questions, you can always reach out. We manage the social media accounts. Well, I guess not directly, but we're aware of everything that goes on, and so if you have any questions, reach out, and we'll be happy to answer. Our email is headquarters@repairs.com. If you're interested in becoming a partner or a branch technician or an ambassador, that's how you find us. Or if you just have a question, that's how you find us.
Yeah, and if any of the college people out there or the rising college students, if you just go to oshoerepairs.com and then click on the it's a become involved. What's it called, John? It's like become
Join the family.
Oh yeah, it's called Join the Family. So yeah, go to oshoerepairs.com, hit the Join the Family tab at the top, and put your information. We'll be in contact very soon. If you want to become a brand ambassador / marketing representative, you can organize your own marketing events. You can get paid for it as well. You can go through our training course, and then if you want to become a technician and make multiples of minimum wage for only an hour of work, here and there on your own schedule, and come go through our training course there too. Just come check us out. And the worst thing you can do is say no in college. Just start saying yes and see where it leads you.
Absolutely.
So one last question before we go. If you had a piece of advice you want to give the listeners, what would it be?
I would say, don't be afraid of what you don't know. Never fear the unknown. Phil and I, maybe we came from a business background, but we didn't know how to start a business. We just sat on Google and read books and asked questions and reached out to people. And so don't be afraid of what you don't know. Don't let that intimidate you. The only thing stopping you from not knowing something and knowing something is going out there and doing it. And so that's the biggest thing I've learned throughout this entire experience. Also, don't be afraid of failure. Failure teaches you a lot. When something doesn't work, we know not to do it again, and it's the best lesson we get. You don't learn anything from doing everything perfect, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's simply just live a little, say yes, and do some things you're uncomfortable with, whatever it is. That knowledge, especially while in college, will carry you far away in life.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Sounds like you've done a lot in the short time you've been in business, and it looks like you're still going to be going far.
Yeah, we work quick.
Thank you, Anthony, for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate both of you. Great. Have a great day.
You too.
Yeah, you too, Anthony. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Project Management for Small Business. If you want to be on the podcast, or if you have a question you'd like answered on the podcast, please go ahead and get in touch at pmforsb@pavproconsulting.com. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'd love for you to leave a review if you like what you hear. And I'm very happy and proud to be one of FeedSpot's top 15 project management audio podcasts. Check out the link that's listed in this episode. And until next time, thanks for listening.